One. All right. Hello. Today is Tuesday, January 31st. It is 9:07 p.m. Eastern, episode 309 of the Sundering. This episode is brought to you by our ads, Amazon, Newegg, Jinx, Busted Tees, and Groupon. They're on our site. Click through them, add stuff to your cart, check out. No cost to you. We take a little from the man. It's kind of like Robin Hood. We steal from the rich and we give to the poor, which is us. And it helps pay our server costs and bandwidth fees and all that other good stuff so we can keep on putting out this ridiculous shit show. So, Wild Challenges in the chat room. And if you like what you hear, we'd love for you to drop a review on iTunes. That helps other people find us as well. So head on over there and drop it. And if you don't like iTunes, look, I completely understand. Just go out there, drop us a review, and, uninstall it or whatever. I don't care. What do we got on deck for you? We're going to talk about the Baconopolis. Baconopolis. Baconpocalypse. Whatever.
Bacolypse.
A little thing that we like to say, will Ray hit that? Was that a bird? No plane. What? Wait, it's a rat. Some gaming news. Some discussion about streaming, video game events, and a lot more. This is the Sundering, and it's finally time to acknowledge the goblin slaves Ray has in his basement. For years, they've shaved off bits and pieces of his gout, his gouty foot, and now they're almost ready for world domination. That was really disgusting, Hospital. I can't believe you wrote that.
The Sundering is an explicit podcast which may not be suitable for children, people with delicate sensibilities, animals under 10 pounds, certain towns in Idaho, citizens of Liechtenstein, members of the clergy, fans of the show Cop Rock, and vegans.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Well, let's start the insanity.
This is the Sundering Podcast with your host, Seraphis.
Self-replicating bacon. I don't like that chick's cutting my hair because we wouldn't want it to get weird or anything.
Rapist.
He adds to the show and everyone gets upset. This is great. I know they say this, but I don't care.
And Zia.
Hi, Slurp. I'm so full of hate. I'm not sure what a podcast is. Slavery is different than a fish.
All right. So, I'm Seraphis. I'm joined by my co-host Ray. Zia is out because she is not feeling well. Lady issues. I'm using air quotes.
Mm-hmm. I could have said the same thing, but minus the lady issues part.
There's a lot of different ways to say what's going on. Roll Tide.
Shark Week. That's one.
Little extra red sauce on the taco.
Ant Flo. I think that was one that people said.
But
I
don't get anything else.
Mark could get his Red Wings if that's the thing that.
It's a vampire buffet.
All right, we're done.
Okay.
I grossed myself out when I said that.
We're terrible individuals. So she's not here, and so real quick for show news. Next week is the Super Bowl on the 5th, but that also means that we're not going to have a show on the 7th. Because Zia is actually coming to my Super Bowl party, and she's flying out on the 7th. So no show on the 7th, but we'll be returning on the 14th.
Well, I will be gone.
Oh, wait a minute.
The entire month of February, then.
We might not be back on the 4th. We're going to play it by ear. We'll see, because I don't know if Zia's got plans or whatnot on the 14th. For some people don't.
You shouldn't, because never mind. I'm not going to get into it right now.
No! Go ahead and say it, because I have the same feelings as you do.
Okay, so if you feel some sort of like need to do something on Valentine's Day, like why? Like just do something nice on another day. Don't clog up every restaurant. Do it on a different day. Like that day, it doesn't mean anything. You're not going to feel better because you did it on February 14th. If you did it on February 13th, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have less hassle, probably better service. I'm going to be honest. Like our service goes to hell on Valentine's Day because everybody wants heart-shaped pizzas, and we have to tell them, fuck off. We're running a business
Totes
here.
my goats.
Valentine's Day is dumb, man. I'm not even gonna be working it this year. That's the thing. I'm gonna be traveling.
It's a Hallmark holiday. So my wife and I, we had our first date on February 11th. So we're actually celebrating that on February 12th. So we're gonna go out. I already got my mom to watch the kids. We're gonna go out on the 12th, and we're not gonna go out on the 14th because, as you said, Valentine's Day is stupid.
Yeah, I might be traveling on Valentine's Day, which I don't know if that's a good or bad idea, but I can't help that my wedding anniversary is on the 18th, which that's why I'm traveling, being in Canada that whole week. For the first year, isn't there something you're supposed to give as like a present every year for your anniversary? Like you start off at like aluminum and you're supposed to get like gold or something.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let's say wedding anniversary.
That's another thing. Like if you believe that that's a thing because of superstition and stuff, like I like that. Like somebody asked me like, what do you want me to get you? That's like the first year. I'm like, money.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What's this? All right. So there's on the first year you're married, you're supposed to get the traditional gift is paper. The modern is a clock. So
why? Because they didn't have clocks back then when they made that up?
I don't know. They didn't have paper, I guess. But so for our first anniversary, I got my wife a photo frame that on one side was a clock and the other side was a picture of us. So.
Well, you want to know how quickly I found out that I don't have to do that with my wife? Just bringing it up and her start laughing, and I was just like, "We're not doing that, right?"
So how many years have you been married here?
One.
Oh, just one. So yeah. So. Yes. So
this is my first anniversary.
Make her a paper clock out of like construction paper.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wing it on the anniversary, and it'll probably be much better than anything I could think of. That's usually how it goes. Hey,
in your second anniversary, the traditional gift is cotton, and the modern is China. So you should get her a WWE China T-shirt. I know China is dead, but
oh, yeah, that's right.
But still,
it's gonna be sad.
But still, it covers both gifts in one thing. It's a T-shirt. Cotton. It's the fabric of our lives.
Here's my thing. Because my mom was asking about the whole thing, and I didn't want to like shoot her down and say we don't want the paper thing because I just don't. I'm not going to keep all of it. I know me. I'm going to throw it away. Like that's what's going to happen. But I was just like, you should get a jersey and like a sports jersey for each year we're married. So like the first year you got to find what player I would like that has the number one. Like I feel like that's more interesting to me, and Chili thought it was a good idea too.
So I want to point something out. Like for the 10th anniversary, which my 10th wedding anniversary is coming up this year. The traditional gift is tin or aluminum.
Yeah, okay, that's what I heard. That I'm like,
and then the modern gift is diamond jewelry. Now, hold on. You go from tin and aluminum.
Who edited that wiki? Was it Reeves Jewelers?
Now, I want to also point out for the 11th anniversary, the traditional gift is steel.
So you get a Steelers jersey that year. Who was number 11 on the Steelers?
But for the 11th anniversary, the modern gift is fashion jewelry. So you go from something that costs thousands of dollars to something that you could buy for like $5.
Yep.
So it basically says the 11th anniversary. No, it's like turning 22. No one cares.
I feel like I need to make my own list.
I would like to see your wedding anniversary gift list. I would like to see that.
Now, do you want me to fill it out when I'm annoyed, or?
Well, no, that's what you should do. If you're happy or annoyed, you should have two columns. If you're happy during the anniversary, this is what you get. If you're annoyed, this is what you should get.
All right. I might consider this because that's actually I want to go through the list and get mad because I probably will. I'll be like, as soon as I get to something that's expensive, I'll be like, really? Oh, the modern thing costs thousands of dollars, and the other one's fucking paper. Like that's great.
So, I also want to point out on the traditional list, if you've been married for 35 years, you're supposed to get your significant other coral. Let's go destroy a coral fucking reef. After we've been married for 35 years.
I knew somebody with the first name Coral, so that's the first thing I thought of before actual coral.
See, look, Velvet Dove says she loves lists and themes. You should definitely do this, Ray.
Okay.
You should definitely
the
do
problem
this.
Is, I should definitely do this, is a thing we've said probably 99%, and then maybe 1% of the time it actually gets done.
Oh, I'm writing this down. Discussion from tonight. Ray to create
a
wedding gift list.
Thank you for reminding me
to replace traditional and modern with a happy.
So what's your mind be called?
And annoyed.
What's your mind be called instead of traditional or modern? Like
happy and annoyed.
Oh, you want me to have? Okay, I see.
So like if you're happy in your marriage, you should get this. If you're annoyed in your marriage, you should do this.
Well, I know I'm not annoyed. Well, I am annoyed in married, but not annoyed at the marriage. I'm annoyed at the country that we're separated between here. And the fact that I'm leaving. Think about this, Seraph. I'm leaving the country, and I'm like, I'm gonna be gone for 7 days, and I'm terrified of what's gonna happen.
You don't think you'll be able to come back in?
I don't know. I'm just like.
So Ray, since we've gone through this whole list thing.
Yeah. What have I been up to?
Yeah, because we didn't get you last week.
Coffee. I was sick. They tested me for pneumonia. It was that bad. Like I look terrible. Like I'm wearing a hat because I look like I have 2 black eyes, and it's. I don't want you to see it because it looks really bad.
Are you getting beaten up?
Oh, I'm by sickness. I've been beaten down by it.
Are you down with the sickness?
I couldn't do the actual thing because I'm sick, but yeah, basically. So
I'm glad you got that though.
Yeah, I know. I'm much. See, this is stuff that you would not be getting from me last week. I would have been like, huh? Like what? So what's going on? I think I just got punched in the face. Why do I have black eyes? Ah. So I have coffee because I have a flat tire in my car, so I couldn't go get energy drinks before the show like I usually do. So, drinking coffee, and yeah, I have a giant beer mug for it. What are you gonna do? I'm 6'5", probably 225 right now. I think I deserve to have 2 coffees in a giant mug. Okay.
Sounds fair to me.
Yeah, so me too. I don't know why I have to ask permission from you guys.
I don't. You don't need permission from me.
Stop yelling at me.
I really like the whole rant about the wedding lists.
Well, I just thought about it.
This definitely needs to be a thing now.
I gotta remember to do it though. That's the thing.
I'm gonna bug the shit out of you.
I pray that you do. All right.
Well, now I need you to come up with this list because now you may want to use it for this year's anniversary.
I can't do it right now.
Well, not right
I'm
now.
trying to do this part. Overwatch. There's the new Year of the Rooster thing, which another bird. So that was another Bastion bird skin. It's pretty sweet.
Jesus Christ.
I think the skins look amazing. I don't really. There's the whole May thing. I don't know if you guys talked about that.
Oh, apparently she looks skinnier and people are all pissed off.
I thought it was just the fact that she's wearing something that you'd be wearing not in Antarctica, so it looks like she's smaller because she's wearing layers. But whatever.
Well, since we're talking about this right now, one of the things that we were going to bring up was the Zenyatta lunar skin. Apparently,
looks creepy, but I like it.
Yeah, it's apparently some like Chinese thing. So the question is, apparently everyone's like fawning all over how like handsome Zenyatta looks in this skin. Apparently,
really?
Because it portrays him as Tang Sein Zhang from the Chinese novel Journey to the West. So do you?
Oh, that's the thing we talked about with
Chu.
Yes. Sorry, it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, so the question is, I guess since you're a Zenyatta fanboy, is would you hit that?
I think I had to look at it again because I'm so far away from getting it. Like I'm only halfway there in the gold. So let me take another look and give you like an honest appraisal. Like I'm gonna see if I get like feeling in the junk area. I mean, it looks like he has a face as opposed to like. I saw this. Okay, there's a picture of Squidward from SpongeBob. It's just a picture.
It's okay, I'm on mute.
And then there's a very chiseled face of what Squidward would look like if he was handsome, apparently. So, I guess you know what I might as well.
I'm all choked up now.
I personally
to bang this robot.
Personally, I'd rather have my way with the Nutcracker skin one because he has that nice mustache. And honestly, when I'm finished, it's not even gonna. You can't even tell it's on there because it's already gray. Like, you know.
So what you're saying is you want to go for a mustache ride?
No, I'm just saying I might paint his face the same color as his mustache.
Black?
No! Are you looking at this shit? God damn it! All
Are
right.
you shitting on his face? What's going on?
No, you are missing the point completely.
What is happening?
The Nutcracker skin. He has a white beard and mustache.
Oh.
What else is white that would be?
I don't know. I just think of him having a black mustache.
All right, well, it's not a black mustache. I'm not shitting on him. Anyways, Chili and I have been playing Civ 5 because I was doing something and my internet was being shitty and I really couldn't play any Overwatch, so we played Civ 5, which doesn't really, it's not real time. It's turn based, so.
Well, yeah. One more turn.
We're doing that, and it's actually a lot of fun. Like her and I teamed up. We're on the same team, so we're obviously at an advantage because everybody else starts off as separate teams, like the computer players are playing. But we're learning a lot, like what we can do. Like we traded cities. I was over here, she was over here, and once we got like a foothold, I gave her a city over to me so she could help out, and then I could help her out. It was actually pretty sweet. So we were having fun with that. We're not going hardcore, like competitive into like one of the hardest difficulties. We're not that into it. So, but that's a lot of fun.
Did you get Civ 6?
I can't afford anything right now, dude. I know. Why not just play Civ 5? Like, what can you make? What can you do to the game that makes it better than what it is? Like, I spent like 112 hours in that game the first few weeks.
Oh, I don't disagree that Civ 5. I don't disagree that Civ 5 is great. I'm just saying Civ 6 it provides this like level of customization for your cities that requires a little bit more thought because you have to use your tiles around your city to select the improvements that you want to make. So sometimes you're like, well, I can't really improve it anymore. So like, which improvements are going to be the best for this city type that you're trying to do?
Okay.
I find it a little interesting to be able to do that.
Fair enough. I just like it would have to go down to $20 like right now, and that's I would have to think about it. Like I don't know if I would do it still. That's where I'm at right now. I'm good with games because I got Overwatch. I got WoW for like another month, I think. I'm at 103, I think.
103.
Yeah, my Warrior's at 103, I think.
Okay.
So
good
that's
for
cool.
You.
Yeah, I've been playing. I did a half of a level with
you accidentally leveled. Good job.
It wasn't an accident. I do spend a lot of everyone's always bitching at me for being like in ICC and throwing or not Trial of the Crusade and everything like that, but there's pets there, and one of the goals for Chili and I is to get the transmog mount for her, like that yak or whatever it is. So that's what I've just been making gold. And just so you know, if you run Trial of the Crusade, those little trophies are still 50 gold vendor. I mean, it takes like 10 minutes to do, so easy way to make a few golds. But that's I can't really think of anything else. I saw Arrival. The aliens come down and they're spaceships and they're trying to talk to them. You saw this like a month ago, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it. It was interesting.
It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Like now, like after because the ending kind of has like a slight twist, but then you're kind of like, I really want to go back and like rewatch it again now that I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt that way too. I just hope it's like I don't even know if it's going to be in theaters when I'm up in Canada. That's what's going to piss me off. I hate theaters.
Well,
just call up and be like, "Hey, you got an open place? You still have Arrival? Let me come over and watch it." That's how I feel like movie theaters should be. Like a speakeasy. I show up, like knock on the fucking thing. Hey, you got Arrival still? All right, be in. I was alive for the speakeasies back then, so I know.
I don't think you were.
Yeah, this is my 100th anniversary. You need to get me golden anniversary.
Look, I am 727 years old from the amount of bacon I eat.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. There's nitrates in it. It prolongs life. Science. science.
Is nitrate? What else has nitrates? Because I feel like that whatever.
Well, no, I'm serious. It has like it has niacin in it, and niacin is proven to prolong lives, and so I eat so much of it that I'm immortal.
Okay.
Immortal.
Well, speaking of mortal, what are you drinking that's taking away that immortality?
Honestly, it's water tonight.
What?
Water.
I don't believe you. There's no way I can prove it, so nope, that could be vodka.
No, I gotta get up early. I got a whole bunch of kickboxing like challenges tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Oh, fun!
So they warned me against drinking before I do it the night before. Oh yeah,
it's probably a terrible idea. Hey, Graham Fantasy, no. We're earning this mount. This is the thing we're doing. So don't. I appreciate it, but we've been working, like, we're excited to do it. Like, this is a thing, so.
Let's see, what have I been doing? Oh, I did get to play I played Overwatch for a little bit. I tried out the Capture the Flag.
Oh yeah, how do you like it? Because I keep on hearing different things, and it's really interesting.
I keep getting into really terrible groups that have no idea what they're doing. But I haven't lost my touch with Soldier 76, so I mean I still feel good about that.
I should point out that I played like the first 3-4 matches in that as Zenyatta, and then there was a game that all my characters got picked before I got in there. Junkrat, Diva, Reinhardt, Zenyatta, and Lucio. Or no, not Lucio. It was someone else. Oh, Mei, I think. So I ended up picking Anna. And I was just like, I don't have to zoom in because I never zoom in with Zenyatta and I'm always sniping. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting play of the game with, like, first time playing Anna on that. Like, I didn't know how her, like, thing worked, the grenade. I was like, like that's how new I was to it. And all of a sudden I got really good because I never zoomed in with Zenyatta because you can't. So I was used to just taking unscoped shots at people. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, Anna's my new squeeze right now from Capture the Rooster.
So yeah, I was on like 5 failed matches, so I was just like,
that'll happen.
Let's see, our guild Phalanx Nod are on server Alliance side, looking for awesome people. We got Tychondrius down, so we got another boss down. So we are 6, 7 bosses. We have, 6. I think we have 6.
Have you killed Croesus yet?
Yeah, we got Croesus.
Does he drop a Dragon Priest mask? I'm wondering.
I don't know.
That's not spelled the same, so I guess it wouldn't work.
So we have the High Botanist, we have Star Augur, we got Alessandra and Gul'dan left. So
Melisandre from Game of Thrones?
Sure. Why not? Why don't you follow some story in Suramar, you son of a bitch?
I haven't been there yet. Actually, I didn't know what this whole class hall stuff was until recently. Apparently, I missed out on that.
We're probably going to get into this in a little bit, but I'm starting to get the itch to play Fallout 4, pick it back up, because I haven't finished the storyline. I feel like
me too. I feel the same way. I didn't finish it yet.
But other than that, from TV watching, let's see, I think I said we finished Stranger Things. I'm fully caught up on the show Colony. It's got that dude from Lost. It's about like aliens come down to Earth and I
feel like there's been so many shows where you could say it's that dude from Lost or that chick from Lost, because like the one chick was in that other show that was right after Lost that was, I forgot what it was called, like Flashpoint or Flash Forward or something.
Yeah.
Then there was the thing, like I forgot what it was called.
The thing with the other person from Lost, but no, But no. So anyway, I watched season 1 of Colony on Netflix, and then I caught up because it's only 3 episodes into season 2 right now.
Oh, it has Sawyer, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Was supposed to play Gambit. God damn it! What a wasted opportunity they had with him.
Really, really is there. But
he's perfect for Gambit.
I don't disagree. Anyway, he played. It's a pretty interesting show because it's like aliens invade the Earth, and they set up different zones with these giant walls, and they barricade, and they let humans like govern themselves, but you have to follow like the aliens' rules, but you never see the aliens.
So is this like a village situation where people think that they're being ruled, but then they're not?
No, they really are.
Okay.
But I got a theory. I have a theory.
You want to say it? Or
I'm going to say
Okay.
it. I'm going to say it. I think the aliens are actually evolved humans from the future.
And this is like real world to them.
And they come back in time to I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
All right, so here's
that's my theory.
Here's how the show's going to end. It's going to show the aliens, and they're finally going to be like, all right, our hard work's finally paid off. And they were literally filming real world Earth, like, because they've evolved so much that the real world's been to all these other places, because it was in Miami and all these. They went to Pluto, probably Jupiter, other planets, and then it went back to Earth. That's how it's going to end. I don't know, dude. I'm just throwing it out there. I could be right. You don't know.
All right, let's get into bacon news.
Bacon, 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 bacon.
We haven't played that one in a while, so I want to.
Whatever.
All right, so bacon inventory hits 50-year low. I feel it is an appropriate time to panic.
I literally just bought bacon this weekend, so I feel. It good.
Says so. This article says that the country's bacon reserves are at the lowest levels in half a century. Apparently, pig farmers can't keep up with the demand for bacon.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be fine.
You think so? I'm a little nervous,
dude. I remember. Okay, so. Being in the pizza industry, you get a lot of news about the food market and stuff, and like just what prices going up and down. And I've seen like the end is nigh, like articles about how if this prices are going to increase because of the demand and blah blah blah, and then nothing ever happens. Remember that shit that you were talking about like years ago? You're just like, nope, this is going to happen. I'm telling you, and then it never did or whatever. I'm sure that happens with bacon or something.
I'm sure it's happened a lot of times in this show.
because you have to find the news, and the news is some kook talking about how bacon's going extinct.
Look, damn it, sir! You cannot call this is investigative journalism.
I mean, you could be investigating a kook, though. That's the thing. But like, whenever I see these things, I'm always just like, probably not. Like
this news story comes from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm sure they know bacon.
WKPR in Cincinnati. Why do I know that?
I mean, they don't got much else. I mean, they got the Bengals, so there's not a lot of news.
They got the Reds. They're close enough to Columbus to have the Blue Jackets, if that still exists. I don't even know. They got the Bearcats, the college team.
I'm twiddling my finger in the air. Woohoo!
All right, whatever.
Bacon is more important than all of that.
I've never been to Cincinnati. I've been to Cleveland, I've been to Toledo, and I've been to Columbus. I haven't made it down to Cincinnati, though.
Hold on. Cincinnati, famous for... All I know is in Cincinnati, they put, like, chili on spaghetti, which is... And it's, like, watery chili.
I remember hearing about that.
It's just fucking meat sauce. By the way, Toasty in the chat room says Blue Jackets are still a thing.
I feel like we should follow hockey because I feel like that's the sport that our listeners probably know the most of. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's the case.
Oh, hold on. So 50 things about Cincinnati you didn't know. 1, Grader's Ice Cream was... I don't care about that. Let's see.
Wow, that's a lot of wins in a row. 15 wins in a row. They're doing good. So apparently they exist. And not only that, they're pissed off at me and they started winning.
Apparently, the Cincinnati Reds were the first baseball team, and they played against themselves for 5 years. Just kidding.
That wouldn't surprise me.
We're going to start a baseball team. There's no other baseball teams, but we're going to start one.
We'll start 2 of them. But we don't want to take away any of the other names out there, so we're just going to call ourselves the Reds. We'll be Cincinnati. You be the Reds. All right, great.
By the way, WKRP was a fictional radio station. By the way, it wasn't real.
I know. I was saying, why do I know that?
Hey, Neil Armstrong was from Cincinnati. That's cool.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil motherfucking Armstrong. Hey, Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati. That was the thing.
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
If you saw that, would you believe it? If it wasn't posted as fact, like if you said, like, true or false, Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati, like, instinct would tell you probably not, because it's Jerry Springer, right?
Cincinnati. Well, I'd probably believe it. I believe in weird, ridiculous. Shit like that.
I mean, again.
Cincinnati was also the birthplace of Steven Spielberg.
Hey, I mean.
Also, apparently, Oktoberfest in Cincinnati is the largest Oktoberfest celebration in the country.
How?
And it's the second largest in the world after Munich.
Really?
Look, I'm just saying.
That surprises me. I would think, like... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, isn't the Cincinnati Zoo where Harambe died or something?
Oh, yeah. Also,
that was
I found out. So I listened to that Lebertard show that's from Miami, and they always talk to the zoo guy every week, and they had a I think it was Harambe's mother at that zoo, and she had passed away, and the guy was really sad about it, and then the one guy just goes, "Wasn't that Harambe's mother?" And he goes, "Yeah, but I wish that wasn't the one thing she was known for." Like, she's been around forever, and she's a famous what was it, a gorilla? I don't even remember at this point.
What? Sam Adams is brewed in Cincinnati? It's one of their 3 brewing facilities in the country. I thought Sam Adams was only brewed in Boston.
I mean, it's probably base. It's not going to hurt if they branch out a little bit.
Cincinnati is home to an annual dachshund race that brings out competitors to fight for the prestigious champion title called Running of the Wieners.
Wait, is that the baseball thing?
No, dachshunds.
Wait, what baseball team? Have you ever seen that thing where they do the running of the hot dogs and they're pushing each other and everything?
Well, no, this is actual. Well, I understand that, but no, this is actual they have a dachshund races, the Running of the Wieners. I feel like we should go and see if we could do play-by-play of that event.
A wiener race?
Yes.
Well, folks, this is looking to be a wiener-tastic day. I am Ray Fist. I'm joined by my co-host. Am I the host?
I don't know. Sure, why
not?
I
am. Yeah. Wait, am I the play-by-play or the color commentary? Am I the one that knows a lot about the wieners, or am I the one that used to be a wiener that is providing inputs for the common folk that don't know the rules of wiener racing?
Hey, but Cincinnati was also the capital of the game cornhole. It's where you throw beanbags into.
I know. I hate the name of it, though. The name cornhole is fucking stupid.
Well, it's a hole where you can throw corn.
If I can't say, "Hey, do you want to play cornhole at work and not get fired?" That shouldn't be the name of the fucking game. I'm just saying, seriously, what the fuck? Why would you name your thing cornhole?
Somebody did it. It stuck. I don't know what to tell you.
Why not call it beanbag toss? No, let's call it cornhole. It'd be funny. You know how much sales you cost because kids can't play it because it's called cornhole?
But it lets 12 adolescent boys snicker when they say we're gonna go play cornhole.
Yeah.
Running of the Wieners. I'm looking this up. Oh my god, people actually dress up their dachshunds in hot dog costumes for this.
There's no way I have a pretty face right now, Hasu. You take that back. I look like I aged 4 years in the past two or month.
This is ridiculous. The Running of the Wieners. You got to look at some of the images for this.
I'm not looking at running. God, well, you know what? I'm going to have to now because we talked about it so much. It's got to be in the fucking show title. There's a penguin on my Bing.
Just look up Running of the Wieners. This is fantastic.
How do you spell Wieners?
W-I-E.
It was the first one up.
This is quite ridiculous and also awesome at the same time.
I just don't.
This is a real thing.
And they're wearing buns?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We could totally do play-by-play for this. This is right up our alley.
I don't want to show it to a bunch of dogs, though. I used to hate dogs before I met my current dog and realized that they're nice things, but dog race, I mean, it's so goofy.
Running of the Wieners.
I've been bitten by more wiener dogs than any other dog in the world in existence, by the way. So that's another reason why I'm just like, eh.
I've had 2 like dachshunds. I have one. I only have one now, but
I delivered papers as a kid and pizza as an adult. So I've had my fair share of reasons to hate dogs.
By the way, this year is going to be the 11th annual running of the Wieners. In case you want.
So instead of 2 hot dog buns, they should have 2 ones. There you go. You can make that check payable to. I'll give it to the Sundering because that'll be my way of paying for this fucking show sometime. All right, I found images.
All right, let's get into actual news.
We have actual news.
And now here's some bullshit that happened somewhere.
All right, so continuing with like wieners and food-based thing. Apparently, someone at a restaurant in California saw a rat, and apparently, the staff had a discount for seen rat, and it was $30 discount.
Question. Funk that. No, I was gonna say, is that a pre-existing button in the computer as a discount?
Yeah,
because that's what I'm thinking. I'm no joke. I've worked with enough like systems in restaurants and stuff to know nobody's going in there and putting a seen rat thing on there. That's something that's already in there. I bet. Like that's a restaurant that gets rats that knows like, all right, we're gonna have to deal with this. Because there are restaurants like that. Not mine, by the way. I wouldn't work in that. That's horseshit. But like, if the Hannibal Buress joke is somewhat true, where he talked about seeing a rat at a place in Louisiana, New Orleans, and the guy goes, "What do you mean? This is one of the oldest places in the country. Of course we're gonna have rats." And I thought that reaction was funny. He's like, every restaurant down this boardwalk has rats. Go check for yourself.
But the fact that there was a $30.95 discount, like the overall bill was like $116 or something.
Okay, so you see a rat go across the floor. What if you are that appalled by it? What do you want done? Your meal just free altogether? Because I mean, or did it happen after the meal? So you're just like, well, shit, this could be contaminated. I better get money.
This was definitely a Chinese restaurant because I'm looking at the image of the bill. So they ordered a dim sum basket, vegetable chow mein, orange chicken, Genghis Khan beef, and garlic green beans. And they also got 2. They're drinking Zinfandel, people. This is just terrible. Isn't Zinfandel terrible?
I'm actually kind of pissed that they got a discount now that they're drinking wine.
They're drinking wine at a Chinese restaurant.
Wine at a Chinese restaurant.
I'm really angry about this.
I am too. Why? How can you call something Genghis Khan something? Wasn't he not known for good things?
I don't know, but I also like the name of the place is called Fats Asian Bistro.
Oh, come on.
Fats. What'd you eat? Fats.
Isn't bistro like a whole nother like culinary area?
They also got a Carl Strauss red trolley, and I don't know what that is. I'm looking it up. Carl Strauss red trolley. All right, what's the Carl Strauss red trolley? It's a beer. All right, Carl Strauss red trolley is a beer, and it's a brewing company in San Diego. Yes, I am 21.
No, they actually moved to Los Angeles with the Chargers.
Nobody moved from San Diego. There's a whole thing where like all the moving companies refused to move them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you not say it? It was like something like we refuse to move the Chargers.
That makes me happy.
To move the Chargers. There's like a whole website and like Chargers moves are refusing to help. Yeah, here we go. Let me see. There's like a website. Oh yeah, we won't move you Chargers.com website. That's what it was.
That's funny.
Yeah, so if you go to we won't move you Chargers.com, it lists all of the moving companies that signed up that basically said we're not going to move you.
Dude, if I was like the manager of the company that was like, and they're just like, should we do this? I'm like, no, we should actually go and be like, we are going to move the Chargers. Like, just to be that jackass.
I do like that there is one moving company on here that says we like to move it moving. Who signed up.
God damn it.
Also, there's another company called Student Movers. Students who really could have used the money, probably.
Yeah, refuse to move. Students also love to get behind stuff.
That's true. Anyway.
Hey, being active.
Gorilla Movers, a.k.a. Harambe Movers, also refused. But anyway.
They need a name change.
Well, so we went from Asian Bistro to a brewing company in San Diego to the different moving companies that won't move the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I like having shows with you, Ray.
It's not that I couldn't do the show. It's just you wouldn't get this out of me last week.
We get some really good tangents. All right. Moving on to an MMO, Asheron's Call. It's been around for 17 years. It's got shut down apparently. There was a streamer who got very emotional during the final moments.
I can see that happening. I mean, it's shit's emotional when you do something for a very long time and then it's coming to an end. You're like,
So yeah, I mean, we gotta look at World of Warcraft. What happens when that shuts down? It's been going on for 12 years.
Well, I also feel like Warcraft's one of the few things that when it does shut down, they're going to have a place for the people to go already. That would be the only way they would shut down. So yeah. If they did, it would be going on to either WoW 2 or something else that is,
I mean, and I think that, not only with this show, but I feel like we've developed a community of playing other games, not just World of Warcraft at this point. That
I feel like this happened 10 years ago, it would have been like, what else is there? Like, we don't have all these other Blizzard games. Like,
yeah, but I think we have besides Blizzard games, I feel like we also have Steam. With we have like different console communities now too. I mean, so. Like, I would be sad to a certain extent, but I don't think that the community would necessarily just completely fade away either.
No, I mean, because there's also BlizzCon, which people would still try and keep alive, even if it turned into a fan meetup after the fact that Blizzard didn't do it anymore.
Let's be honest, BlizzCon is turning into an esports tournament.
Oh yeah, you know what? I mean, I haven't been in a few years, so you're more of a judge of that than I am.
I mean, let's be honest, like, it's pretty much mostly just tournament matches now.
Yeah,
at BlizzCon. They have a few panels here and there, but that's really about it.
Yeah, personally, I can't. I'm not really a good watcher of esports. I've tried. I'm not good with watching esports because then I'm like, I want to start playing. Like, that's the thing. I'll watch one Overwatch match. I'll be like, well, I'm getting on now. Like, I gotta go out and try. Like, if somebody does a pro move with Zenyatta, although I'm pretty sure I know all of them, I would be like, oh, I gotta go see if I can do that now. Like, that's what I would end up doing. So it would just be I might as well just play instead of even trying to watch. That's my thing with it. But okay. So I think what you're getting to is would I get sad if WoW shut down and
I don't think you get sad about these things.
No, I mean, again, like, it wouldn't be an openly, like, I'd probably like think about it like, oh man, I guess I will never be able to go back and Bird RP and Stormwind or something like
that. Thank God, they positive right there.
But I mean, if you hated it that much, I'd go into Unreal Engine and make Stormwind in that and make Bird RP just for you. I'll update the graphics for Blizzard for them. But yeah, I think it's neat that lasted for that long. The Asheron's Call game has always been a game that I've seen, never knew what it was. Like, I always saw the name.
Yeah, I've seen it, but never played it. So I was like, oh, shut down? Oh, whatever. Shit happens.
What about this Fallout 4 thing? Is that why you wanted to try it out?
Well, no, because I don't have Fallout 4 on PC, but Fallout 4 is releasing a high-res texture pack for those playing on PC.
Ooh,
and it's apparently a free update, but you'll need a high-end system and 58 gigabytes of space on your computer.
High-end system, huh?
Yeah, so they're recommended...
I'm looking, hold on.
Yeah, recommended specs. Intel Core i7 5820K or better. A GTX 1080, 8 gigabyte graphics card and at least 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Okay, I will let you know.
And if you can't run it, if your PC isn't up, you could disable the texture pack at the game's launcher, apparently.
Oh, that's nice.
So
I always forget what my video card's called because somebody just gave it to me, and it was like a $300 video card. And I never remember what it's called. I know it's a Radeon.
I don't know then. I cannot help you with the
I know. I'm more curious now. We can continue going. I'm just going to be looking around for it now.
Me, I couldn't play this because I only have a 750 Ti. If I had it, yeah.
So my old video card, I wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe
No,
with this one.
I'm looking. The other video card that I've been looking at is a 1060 that has 6 gigabytes of GDDR5, which means even that one, which costs like $260, wouldn't play this.
I have an AMD Radeon R90 or R9 390.
Let's see. I'm looking up a
GTX
GTX
490.
Holy crap! A GTX 1080 graphics card with 8 gigabytes of RAM cost $594.
Huh.
The cheaper one that I found is $580.
Huh.
So
the game looks great, like already. Like just so you know, like on the PC, that game looks fantastic. Like I love it. So the fact that like, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, that is when it says that you need some serious horsepower. You need some serious horsepower. Like, I know that people played around with the textures in like Warcraft and put it through the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Imagine if Blizzard said, "Oh, we're releasing a graphic update to World of Warcraft, and now you need a $600 graphics card to play it."
Yeah, I mean, well, they could. People would.
Yeah, some people would, but like I guarantee you'd probably lose a ton of players, and I think that's one of the reasons why I think Warcraft has remained so successful is because they have accommodated for even lower end graphics cards.
Oh yeah, Hasu, I did mention what I had. I think. Let me see here. What was it? An R90 or no R9? God damn it, R9 390 series. It's an AMD Radeon.
R9 390 series. Let's see.
I just don't know if that's better than the RX 490. It's like, is X better than 9?
No, I think the 490 is the next one up. So.
God damn it! I was so close.
So, mind you, it was recommended, so you could try it.
I could overclock it.
I don't know if that's going to help you, but I'd say try it and see what happens. Let us know.
I got this. Yeah, this one's
ridiculous. If your computer lights on fire, just text us and let us know.
Dude, I'm surprised it doesn't already.
All right. The final thing that I wanted to kind of talk to you about, because I know that we've had conversations offline about this, is that so recently Heroes of the Dorm announced they are coming back. They are not going to be broadcast on ESPN2. They're not going to be broadcast on Twitch. It's going to be streamed
on the Ocho.
No, not even on the Ocho. It's going to be.
As soon as you said ESPN, I'm like, I'm going to do an Ocho joke.
It's going to be broadcast exclusively on Facebook Live.
Hey, Antonio Brown started something.
So, I've noticed a lot more companies in general just streaming to Facebook. Like, is this it? Is this?
Yes.
Is this what?
In between segments on radio, people they're doing extra stuff on Facebook just to promote shows. Like, no joke. Like, I'll be on Facebook and I'll just look and I'll be like, oh, Stugatz is doing a random rant on sports on Facebook, and he's doing it in the bathroom. Like, he just has you can hear him pissing, and he's just doing it.
Wait, that's on Facebook Live?
Yeah, like, they do this kind of stuff in between breaks on, like, some of the radio shows I listen to at work. And it's just, like, that's where everything's going because, honestly, like, they probably don't have any restrictions. On ESPN, you can't say shit, so... But yeah, I see it more and more. Like, Opie, formerly Opie and Anthony, does Facebook stuff all the time. Some comedians do.
Yeah, I mean...
I see them doing it a lot.
I see a lot of news news sites lately going directly to Facebook.
Now, like real news or fake news, because there's a thing now. There's an alt news. That's all of a sudden we're coming out with different ways to get news. It's so great. I did an eye roll listening.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to see if there's anything on Facebook Live that is happening right now, but I see nothing, which is actually really odd because like I always see things like always happening. But so the question is like, do you feel that this is good? Like, is this like a real thing? Is like
here's the thing I don't like though.
Stone in chat room says he prefers Twitch, but like, why aren't they doing Twitch over Facebook? I don't get it.
Maybe because, is Twitch is in bed with Amazon, right? Like, is it just a preference of who they want to do business with?
Maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, Amazon bought Twitch.
Because Facebook, everybody has Facebook. Everybody. So if they get Heroes of the Dorm out there, maybe they get some people. I don't know. Maybe they're looking at it like, hey, we could branch this out. Enough people watch it. It'll start trending. People will click on it because the trending thing on Facebook, that's what people find out about shit now. Like, oh, what happened in Quebec? Holy shit. Like that's how I found out about that. I saw it on Facebook on the trending thing. And I was just like, oh, that's terrible. Like, so I could see that like something popping up on there. Here's the Dorm is now trending. So, and then all of a sudden there's the video right there. Boom. I think I just talked myself into it. This is a thing. It's going to be a thing.
I mean, even Blizzard's launcher allows you to, like, their beta version allows you to stream directly to Facebook.
I didn't even make that connection. You're right. Yeah, I finally got that to work. By the way, it took me a very long time. I don't know what happened, but
I've never played around with it.
I tried streaming some Zenyatta matches early on, and every time I pressed the stream button, my frames went down to like 3 or 4 per second. And I have a high-end computer, as we just discussed. You know how you're supposed to have 8 gigs of RAM? I have 16.
Well, so do I. So I meet that criteria, and I meet the i7 criteria. I just don't meet the.
Actually, I don't know.
Well, we went backwards. So people are complaining about Facebook. Like, I hate Facebook. I don't want to use Facebook. There's a lot. I've seen a lot of that going on in specifically for Heroes of the Dorm for the WoW community, like saying that. People saying, "Well, I refuse to watch it because it's on Facebook, and I have a problem with Facebook." And
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say in the chat room. It's probably just the name Facebook because whenever, like lately, it's just everybody's been like posting like, "All right, I'm gonna have to start muting and unfollowing people because everything's so negative." But then they're posting negative shit. I'm a lurker. I watch. I never like anything. I just look and I'm just like, yep.
It's funny because, like, I mean, to your point, like, I have very liberal friends and I have very conservative friends. So this whole presidential shakeup here has been very interesting because I'm watching the extreme left and extreme right on my timeline.
And they're posting 2 totally different, like, it's almost like there's 2 things going on at the same time.
Yes.
Kind of like it's like Flashpoint. There's 2 alternate realities going on.
It really is, and it's kind of I wish that I almost feel like I need to take screenshots of my timeline and post them. Like, this is what's going on in my timeline, and like scrub people's names. But I was like,
too much work.
It is a lot of work. But yeah, so is this something that we should just accept as more companies just continue to leverage Facebook Live as Facebook tries to get more into the streaming media space?
The NFL's doing it with Twitter on like Thursday nights. They were broadcasting the whole game on Twitter, like to just get it out there. I don't know if they like did it the whole season, but I remember it happened a few times.
They did.
So I do feel like that's going to be like businesses are looking for any way to make money, and it seems like that's the way to do it because Facebook. It's so invasive in your fucking privacy. Like, I literally... Okay, so
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do a timeout on this about Facebook invading your privacy. Let me tell you something. Facebook only knows about the information you fucking tell it. So if you don't put in, like, all your goddamn information, then guess what? Facebook doesn't know everything.
All right, but this is why it's weird, okay? And just hear me out. I started watching Ruby. It's like anime. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but I just started watching it, and all I said to Lisa was, "Hey, I'm watching Ruby," or to Chili, I'm like, "I'm watching Ruby, and I'm going to bed." And the next day, the ads on my ESPN app are all for fucking Ruby. That right there makes me like not trust the way these things are going. I'm just like, oh, I wish. So now I don't want to use Facebook anymore.
Well, to be perfectly honest,
I don't want to know that I'm being advertised to like that. I don't like it because it doesn't work.
I know, but at the same time, that's something that Google has been doing for years. And
I know.
It's literally just using your internet search history, which is available, and cookies. And I know that some browsers are playing around with like not basically hiding that information. And honestly, if you want to like limit that thing, you got to use like incognito mode. That was so like these sites don't know it.
I know how to do it, but just the fact that I did that on the computer, and then my ESPN app, like that was Facebook and my phone, which are almost like separate, I think. But somehow the information got there, so it's just like
because there's still internet history that's stored by these apps.
But that right there makes me not want to use that company. Like, and I know I'm in the minority on that. Like I'd be paranoid about weird shit like that. So, but yeah, that was one of those things.
You're paranoid. You know the kind of crazy ass searches I've done not in incognito mode for our show? My internet search history is foobarred for my entire life. I can't wait for the day that I run for public office and my internet search history becomes public record. That'll be fun.
But you know what? You'll have somebody on your side that you don't want yelling at everyone else and being like, "This doesn't matter. What? Who cares? Look who we had in public office and look at what they've said." Dave said some shit about some fucking bacon. Okay, he talks about bacon a lot. It's not something. I would be your number one supporter.
I'm more concerned about some of the sex toys from that one game that I looked up on the internet on Amazon.
I'll go on like CNN. I'll be like, "Listen, Seraph, I made him do that. Okay, that was me."
Actually,
I'll take the fall for it.
Actually, I think that was Mr. Hasu, but that's a whole nother point.
Yeah, I didn't want to get him. He's already running for public office. I didn't want to bring it up.
Okay. Actually, so you weren't here last week, but I was looking at Amazon, and one of our listeners, I think, is running for public office.
Really?
Because in because I was saying that we can see items that purchase, we just don't know who, but there is a ton of books. How to run for political office and win.
Really?
The political campaign desk. Run your personal guide to winning political office. How to run political office as a 20-something. Like.
Okay, so it wasn't me. Phew.
No, so
I just assumed I got drunk in my sleep and started running for office.
I am excited to know that we have somebody who is doing this. That I feel that is really, really cool.
Yeah. I thought, okay, so as soon as you said, I think somebody's running for office, I was trying to look at what I bought recently to maybe say it was me, but the only thing I bought was 2 belts and some charging cords for my phone, so I can have one in my car and one at work. That's not office material.
Well.
Anyways.
Anyway, yes. So, anyway, Facebook Live, apparently it's a thing, whether you like it or not. More companies are going to it. Either deal with it or, well, either get on, or to quote Trump here, get on board or get out, I guess. Yeah. Because, yeah, I mean, Blizzard's integrated with it. Tons of other companies have been doing stuff with it, I've seen. I think Nintendo's done a Facebook Live event already. This is, like, I feel like Facebook has really pushed this with game companies and said, you know, we want a part of all this. We want to be in the mix.
Well, I can see how, like, different, like, all of a sudden a slew of companies will come out and advertise, like, on all the shows I listen to and everything. Like, right now, like if you listen to anything, it's all going to be either flowers or like candy for Valentine's Day. And I'm just thinking, like, I bet if we worked hard enough, we could get like seasonal sponsorships, but we'd have to do a different show. That's the thing that would suck. Like, we could get Sherry's Berries, which is one of the ones that is Valentine's Day every fucking year that I can't stand. I don't know why I'm getting into advertising. It's part of my FOF, actually, so I should probably stop.
You seem very angry.
Would you rather have me angry or, like, falling asleep?
No, I like you angry. Just keep going with that. I like the anger. All right, Fof. Speaking of anger, let's get into Fofs.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Saddam Hussein of Iraq.
All right, Fofs.
So, I'm really confused by how does 1-800-Flowers like exist still? Like that's one of those things that I thought would go away like the newspaper, where stop fucking buying flowers from people. It doesn't mean anything really. Just like do something else. Fucking donate to charity instead of buying flowers, because all it's gonna do, flowers are gonna sit there. Oh, they're gonna look pretty. You can sit there and say, "Oh, I got these for my husband." Like some women use them to show them off, which is something I've heard from my wife. That like somebody like, "Oh, is he gonna get you flowers?" And she just starts laughing because she knows I could screw up majorly, and I'm never gonna. At no point will I ever be able to get on her good side by getting her flowers. And I could not be happier with my life in having somebody like that. Now, granted, yeah, I guess those people have to work too, or whatever, and I shouldn't be just disparaging a whole company. But every fucking Valentine's Day, it's just every commercial is that, and it's like it's amazing. I just don't get. I never got the flower thing. There's probably some reason for it, like there is for everything else, why something existed, but nobody cares anymore, so they just go along with it.
It's nice. They smell good.
No, they don't. What the fuck are you talking about? Flowers smell terrible.
I'm trying to.
They are terrible. When's the last time you ever went and got a flower scented fucking candle? No, you get like vanilla or cinnamon or something.
I have a bacon scented candle, but it smells terrible. It smells terrible, honestly. I refuse to light it anymore.
Like, isn't there a whole thing about how roses don't smell good?
I don't know.
All right, well, I figured you might have gotten the reference to the song "Roses" by Atlanta's own Outkast, but whatever.
Sorry.
I'm just
I'm more enjoying your rants tonight. This is
I thought you were part of the hood, okay? I thought you and Big Boy hung out, and Andre 3000.
Can't say that, but he has shown up to Georgia Tech football. He has shown up to Georgia Tech football games, so I will say that.
Well, Big Boy has been all over ESPN talking about Atlanta Falcons win the Super Bowl. So
yeah, where were these people like 3 years ago? Like I haven't seen these people ever. Like when they were having terrible seasons. Like
that's how it always happens. Like the people that are in the city that is struggling. Like, okay, who's the most famous person in Buffalo that if the Bills start doing good again, they're going to be out there like, I fucking told you so.
I don't know, but my buddy showed me a thing about Buffalo Bills fans and like them tailgating. Have you seen the video for this?
I've seen I'm sure it's a compilation of all the shit that's happened there.
Yes.
And every time I hear about one of these things, dude, I'm like, I'm going to see one of my friends getting hurt because those are the people I grew up with. I'm telling you.
They're like putting people through tables.
They're fucking between cars.
Yes!
They're not caring. Like, yes! It's ridiculous.
That is happening in these videos.
I thought for sure I knew that couple. Like, it took me a second to be like, I don't think it's them. But I know a couple that would do that, dude. Like, I know them.
I think there's one where this guy tried to smash a full beer can on his head and like knocked himself out.
Yeah, like Buffalo fans are like, it's despicable. It's how much we have to go through up here. It's terrible. Like they're like I was my phone disconnects from the Wi-Fi and stops playing whenever I'm playing all the time. So I don't get a chance to press play on it, so I had to switch over to like AM radio. And I was listening to the Buffalo station that we get that literally ends at my house. Like, you can't get it past there. And they're talking about how if the Bills go 2-14 next year, how are you going to feel? And I'm just like, is this really what the state of Buffalo is right now? Oh my God.
Buffalo.
Yeah, it's so funny. And
holy shit, it's Danny fucking Lands in the chat room.
Oh shit.
Does
that mean I have to be on my best behavior?
Man, no. Fuck, no. Danny's from
Did
Boston.
Somebody ask us what our best flavor of ice cream is? Or is that just a random
I think it was just a random, like, someone
best flavor. Let's give it to him if he is listening. Cookie dough, come on.
I honestly am really impartial to Ben Jerry's strawberry cheesecake.
Has cheese in the title, can't do it.
By the way, we're having a nacho bar at my Super Bowl party, and like,
fuck is that?
And so I was talking with Zia.
Like,
she's
a bartender that's going to be serving people nachos.
She's like, Zia's like, who doesn't like nachos? I'm like, Ray, because it's all about cheese.
Yes, exactly.
She said Ray's weird.
The nacho cheese is probably one of the worst cheeses in existence. When I first started, like, one of my first jobs was working at a snack bar that served pizza, hot dogs, nachos, and then like candy and shit. And opening up that nacho thing for the first time, I almost threw up because it was so gross. Nacho cheese is disgusting. That's another FOF. Are you happy there, Wild Challenges? I'm sure I can find another one. I just don't, I will say props to Dave for, like, waiting for me to do the show because I showed up like 1 minute beforehand.
Woo, that's me.
Yeah.
Danny says, I miss you, sexy fuckers. Miss you too, buddy.
Well, I can't say I'm sexy right now.
Zia...
Dave's been working out and I've been sick, so I feel like he's been going up and I'm going down.
So Dan asked where Zia was. Should we repeat everything we said this at the beginning?
All right.
Roll Tide!
There's only one way to put this.
Roll Tide.
The sea is running red.
There's a little extra red sauce on the tacos, I said earlier.
All right. You've had to bring tacos into it. Don't ruin another thing for me.
How do you not like taco? Wait, do you not like tacos?
I love tacos, but you're talking about putting something on it I don't want.
All right.
I accidentally opened up Battle.net because I was so angry right then. What's the name of this episode? I have wiener dogs, and I'm going to put our faces on the wiener dogs.
Wiener dogs running red? I don't know.
Oh, no.
All right, so I got a props. I'm going to go props to Sam Adams and Sweetwater. They're two breweries, obviously. Sweetwater is a local Atlanta brewery, and obviously Sam Adams is up in Boston. They got into a little Twitter war.
Okay.
So, Sweetwater mentioned something about like how like the gas stations down, some of the gas stations down here in Atlanta area are refusing to sell Sam Adams beer during the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Because they're trying to support the Falcons.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I was always spacing. I'm like, why the fuck are they arguing? And then I just
wow. So Sam Adams responds back to him and says, "Sounds like you need one more employee to help with production. Let's let the anti-loser wears winning team colors." And then Sweetwater responds back, "Let's rise up the stakes and force the loser to rename a beer after the winner's team. Dirty Bird Lager has a nice ring."
So what was the Dirty Bird Lager and what's the other one then?
New England Patriots Extra Pale Ale it is.
I like Dirty Bird, but just New England Patriots, you guys don't have a nickname for your team? How about this? How about call it the fucking 11 PSI ale or something like that?
Either way,
that's really inside right there.
Either way, I found it very interesting that they kind of went back and forth. So that I felt that was pretty cool that the two breweries went back and forth. And
but the thing is, that's like a thing that like every Super Bowl, the two cities out, like the mayors will get involved. And there'll be like a bet, like if Philadelphia wins, New England has to send them a bunch of Sam Adams. But if New England wins, Philadelphia sends them like cheesesteaks or something. Like they always do like a local thing to kind of promote their city. It's kind of douchey sometimes if the mayors aren't good at it. But I forgot there was one year I listened to the guys like talking to each other and I was like, this is really uncomfortable.
Well, Anyway, so I thought it was pretty cool that these two Twitter accounts were going back and forth. It's good for them. Kudos.
I like it.
Kudos to you guys. How is that light out again? I just replaced it. Anyway. All right, so we got a call from Velvet Dove. Let me play that.
Oh.
Hey guys, this is Dove. I have a thought for you today, just because I just want to say fuck off to people who volunteer to help you with a video project, and then when you ask them for audio, then they ignore you or tell you to fuck off themselves. So you know what? Fuck people. That's what I'm saying today. Goodbye. Talk to you later.
Just do your job.
I felt like I could be that person that she's yelling at so easily. When you're supposed to do something and then you don't do it, I'm just like, oh shit, that sounds like
that is true, Dove. We're gonna try and hold Ray to this like wedding gift list thing.
Right. How do I have to do like all of them, or should I do like the first 10 and then go from 10 to 15, or just pick out the ones that are stupid and try to replace them?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, you should come up with that list. Also,
how about we're all wieners? Yep.
Sure. Let's see. We got an email from Loki. He's like, "Hello, Sarah, Zia, and Ray.
The easiest name that we have to read ever.
I would like to have
so much trouble with that name.
I would like to fall off my landlord, and what a thought was a friend of mine. Recently, I have noticed some repairs around the place, and when I call him and ask what's up, he told me that the new owner is doing those repairs, not him. New owners. Not only did he sell the place, but never told me about the new owner's plan to renovate the entire place, which means everyone has to move out, including me. I contacted the new owner and have 2 months to find a new place to live. So, off to you, ex-friend. A little more notice would have been nice.
Yeah, that sounds shady as hell.
And he said, P.S. I miss being able to watch you guys live, but hey, that's life.
Sorry.
Yeah, Loki, that is a shitty situation. That's fucking bullshit.
I'm apologizing for the fact that you probably can't listen, because I'm assuming that's because it's on Tuesdays, and that's my fault.
Let's see. World Challenges in Chatham says, props to Nick Cage, who streams Toronto Maple Leaf games on YouTube for our secret group.
What?
He just says Nick Cage in quotes, so I don't know.
I mean, just so you know, I get what you're saying with secret streams. That's all I'm going to say.
And then he says, fall off to ALS, as always, F you in the a-hole.
ALS? Like the disease, or?
I would say the disease.
Okay. I couldn't remember what it was called. Like, I know it, but I'm like, ALS. I listen to too many sports shows, and that sounds like the American League Series or something like that. Like, that's what I thought. I'm like, oh my god. I'm an idiot. We're all wieners, Seraph.
Okay. You're going to have to stall, because we're going to do haikus.
Oh, okay.
Big titties and ass. She wants to be inside you. Haikus from Zia.
I think the hardest part of making this your show image is which dog am I going to be and which dog is Sarah going to be. Because one dog's looking one way and one dog's looking the other way. And here I am in the middle, like... No. I feel like I just butchered a line from that movie that I can't remember. I am really tired at this point. It's a De Niro movie. Was it Goodfellas? One dog's looking this way, one dog's looking that way. I don't know. Again, I listen to a lot of stuff. Don't really retain the knowledge. Just quotes.
Alright, I think I got it.
I hope so, because I see you typing.
Yep, I got it. Alright. Wieners running wild. Extra red sauce on tacos. Tangents all night long.
All night long.
All night.
I feel like that was in an episode of It's Always Sunny. Honestly, if I knew who sang it, I could tell you, because it's that one dude that Dennis is obsessed with. Steve Winwood.
Alright, so Ray, where can people find you?
Well, I mean, literally the only time I use Twitter anymore is to look to see if we're doing a show or if you guys are still doing the show. So Rayfist on Twitter, it's RAYFYST. I'm not really that so active on anything right now. Kind of been off the grid.
So you can find me on social media on Twitter at Seraphis. You can find Zia on Twitter at ITSXIA. Our producer, Mr. Hasu, can be found on Twitter at MR_HASU. You can find the show at thesundering.net, where you can find links to our pages on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can also drop us a line at thesundering@gmail.com. You can include audio attachments, or you can call us at 323-SUNDER-0, which is 323-786-3370. We are a proud member of D20 Catalyst, part of the D20 Crit Network, and our intro is courtesy of Boxing Fox. So thanks to everyone who hung out with us tonight, submitted FOSS props to the show. We appreciate you. So download us. Invite us into your home, your ears, your head. We just want to be inside you. And next time we podcast from Wiener races. Right, Ray?
Yes.
Shit, I could have made a fucking better episode.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
I love the 20.